Like her voice gelled together so well with the instrumentals, and sonically it just sounds really, really pleasing as far as production goes. Um, when he said the transitions, like there would be plenty of songs where it would get to that ending moment and you would be like, what's happening?
Hustling, trying to get that dough. Every day is another struggle. This is my life. So what if my plans that low? Just sit back.
What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to About Beyonce by Honest. I love Honest music videos because he gives his personal take on shit, as well as like putting in facts here and there throughout the video. So this one is about Beyonce, and I'm going to assume just by looking at the screen that it's about her new album, Renaissance. I actually had people saying, do a review or react to Renaissance, da, da, da. And I'm like, I wish I could, but I already heard it. I already had heard it, man. When it came out, I already heard it. So I guess I was just too like eager to hear it, so I didn't even think about reacting to it. But I will say what my faves are on the album. And I'm not gonna say it right this second, but I'll get to it. I do have some faves on the album. If it's your first time seeing my face, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, let's see what it's giving.
Album Renaissance. It is reportedly Act 1 of the series of records to come. It's reported that there will be a total of 3 records. We're going to be talking about many things surrounding the album and the album itself. The album was leaked 2 days in advance, which came to a shock for a lot of people, because after 4 leaks, Beyoncé has been known to keep her projects tightly gripped and under the wraps, which is how she got away with surprise releasing self-titled. Beyoncé released a statement about the leak saying, "So the album leaked, and you all actually waited until the proper release time so you all can enjoy it together. I've never seen anything like it. I can't thank y'all enough for your love and protection. I appreciate you for calling out anyone that was trying to sneak into the club early. It means the world to me. Thank you for your unwavering support. Thank you for being patient." The album led off with Break My Soul as a single, and it's a pretty typical 90s house throwback. I still wouldn't put it alongside Beyonce's greatest songs or singles, but it does sound a bit more effective within the context of the album. I'm not sure if it's a different mix, but
Now, when I first heard Break My Soul, I wasn't here for it. It just didn't do anything for me personally. It's not a horrible record, but do I turn it on and listen to it? No. When I'm going through the album and I'm listening to my favorite songs in the album, is that one of my favorites? No. But I think that it did what it needed to do for the culture and for the people who actually really love the record. So, and as far as my personal favorite Beyonce album, it is the self-entitled visual album. That for me is just like, that's the one. Self-entitled visual album. I love that album. I remember exactly where I was when Drunk in Love first came out. And we were all like, Beyonce, she came out with an album? Oh my God. And it came out with the video. Like, it was epic. It was completely epic. So the visual album is definitely in my top like 3 Beyonce albums. 4 is up there. And I probably would put like maybe B-Day. It's a toss-up between B-Day and Lemonade.
it also has a lot more oomph to it. And I think that has a lot to do with the transitions. The album is kind of set up like a true dance album and DJ set. There are many times throughout this album where I couldn't really tell if the track had gone on to another song, unless I actually looked at the track list.
Right.
Renaissance is actually very different from any album Beyonce has released. There are no sad songs, there are no emotional ballads, no political stances. It's her most carefree album, and it is entirely dance music, with little to no breaks from high energy tracks. I do like the distorted, almost space-like production on the track Alien Superstar. but I
Mm-hmm.
can't get past the Right Said Fred I'm Too Sexy sample. As many of you know, I'm Too Sexy is a
Really?
novelty song. And while I
I
appreciate the
love
more
that
sincere self empowerment angle
song.
she takes to it lyrically, I feel it would have been much more enjoyable for me if it was just an original piece melodically. Cuff is a song that sounds like it was engineered for mass radio play, but I mean that in the best way. It has a really nice groove, and the Nile Rodgers influence is very palpable. Beyonce's harmonies on this track are gorgeous and really evoke 70s disco. She's also
Mm-hmm.
very blunt on this track, as she says, I'm in the mood to fuck something up. Plastic Off the Sofa is the one song on the album that can be tied to traditional Beyonce. It recalls her mountainous debut, Dangerously in Love. It's a slow, affectionate number. Move was
Mm-hmm.
interesting to me because it features the legendary Miss Grace Jones, who has influenced pop culture in a way few have. So it was nice to see her team up with someone from the current era whom she has had an influence on. It also features Tim's. Move is a very abrasive Afrobeat song, but it features a fire rap and some signature deadpanning from Miss Jones. It's the most aggressive track on the album, but it's ruled with club ready lyrics like Move Out the Way, I'm with my girls, and we all need space. Heated is a breezy summer track with Afrobeats influence. And I can definitely tell that Drake had a hand in this song because it sounds like something Drake would do. But I
Mm-hmm.
do think Beyonce does a fantastic job of injecting her own style and personality into the song. It has an intoxicating melody and her signature honey like harmonies. All Up in Your Mind has some of the most daring electronic production on the album, with this glaring synths and distorted bass line. Lyrically, it talks about trying to get close to someone and not stopping until you get it. The album closes off with Summer Renaissance, fittingly paying tribute to the queen of disco, Donna Summer, by sampling I Feel Love. The album is consistent in its carefree themes. Even the attention grabbing title of America Has a Problem is just a nod to the dance floor. For the people who are looking for Beyonce the big balladeer or big vocal moments, you won't get it on this album. There's a lot of talk singing, some deadpanning.
I feel like with the album, um, there was a lot of like harmonies. Do you know what I mean? Like her voice gelled together so well with the instrumentals, and sonically, it just sounds really, really pleasing as far as production goes. Um, when he said the transitions, like there would be plenty of songs where it would get to that ending moment, and you would be like, "What's happening? What's?" You wouldn't know what's happening. You would think that maybe the song is just continuing on, but it's actually transitioning into another song. So I think that the transitions were really dope. The production, you can tell that I'm sorry, money was well spent for the album. Like, well spent. Like, you could just hear it. Like, sonically, it just sounds extremely, extremely pleasing. So, is it my favorite Beyonce album? No. As a full body of work, do I listen to the whole thing from front to back? No. But again, there are certain songs on the album that I can just relate to, or I just feel the need to kind of groove to. And a few of the songs are disco that I really like. A few of them have that Afro beats vibe, like Energy and Heated, which are definitely Afro beats influenced, and then Cuff It, which has that disco 70s vibe. Plastic Off the Sofa is one of my favorites, especially in the beginning, because it's giving you that R&B Beyonce, like he said, from that Dangerously in Love era. And then it breaks off into this 70s R&B that we hear from her. So it's really, really interesting. It's really, really interesting. I do think that it is one of her, for sure, carefree projects where she's not really tied to like an extreme concept. It's a concept. There are a few different concepts, but it's not like this extreme concept. You know what I mean?
And overall, it has more restricted vocal performances. And I don't mind this approach, I think it's fitting for the music she's going for. However, I'm not really a fan of Beyonce as a rapper. I feel there are some tracks she pulled it off, but the songs where she really leans into rapping like Thick and Church Girl are a miss. Thick in
I
particular
love
sounds like
Church
something her
Girl.
prodigy Chloe would make. and like it's leaning into the generation of TikTok. There are various nods to black, gay, and trans culture throughout the record, with the inclusion of Big Frida, T.S. Madison, Honey Dijon, and drag queen Moy Renee, as well as nods to disco and dance music in general, with the inclusion of acts like Donna Summer and Grace Jones. Ultimately, the album isn't Beyoncé's best work, but I do think it succeeds in being a consistent record and having attention to detail with the inclusion of the origins that she is obviously inspired by with this record. I also wish there was stronger melody-driven dance music throughout the record. It's one of the most on-trend albums of Beyoncé's career, not only because disco and house have infiltrated the charts these past few years, but it also follows the trend of mature pop divas paying tribute and turning to dance music. That aside, we haven't heard Beyoncé have this much fun since B-Day, and that aspect of the record is the true most refreshing thing about it, but it definitely succeeds in being her most free and easy.
Second half of the album. I would say that my personal favorite songs are more like mixed in the beginning and then mixed like towards the middle. So like I loved Alien Superstar. Like when I first heard Alien Superstar, I was like, this is it. I was like, this is it. Cuff It for sure, because it has that disco vibe. Energy because of the Afro beats. Absolutely obsessed with that. And then Church Girl. Church Girl is my favorite off of the entire album. She ate down. Like Church Girl makes you want to shake that ass, period. It makes you want to go out. It makes you want to have fun. Like that's the type of music you play when you in a car, you going to the club, you and your girls, like that. I love it. And then I already talked about Plastic Off the Sofa, and Heated is for sure my top 3 off the album. And I liked Pure Honey. I think I liked Honey more than Pure, because number 15 on the track, Pure Honey, is 2 tracks. It's 2 songs. So I definitely liked Honey a lot more than I liked Pure, but they were both really, really dope. So I liked about 7 songs off of her project. Again, as a full body of work, do I listen to it front to back? No, but I definitely have my favorites off the album, which I revisit and I go back to quite frequently. So yeah, this was a really, really good video. If you made it to the end of this video and you are new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know when I'm dropping another video, and I will see y'all later. Bye.
Done it all, been through it all. I walked over the motherfucking fire with sandals. Gonna burn your feet eventually.